Hi you guys, it's me Sienna Maria. I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be different because it's going to be like my first voiceover video without a video, just a picture. I'm going to add some pictures to this video. Before I get started with this video, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn your post notification bell on. Also, I've been trying to post every day, 5 o'clock Eastern time. Yesterday I was supposed to post, but ended up not happening. But my goal is to post every single day at 5 o'clock. So make sure y'all subscribe and turn on your post notification bell, because I will get this content out as soon as possible. So I wanted to take you guys on this journey with me. The video before last, I talked about me being married to a man who I've never met before, and this is a video where I'm going to go much more into depth about the whole thing. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you watch it. I will put some main bullet points into this video, although I don't have a script or bullet points I'm going to be going off of. I'm just going to go off the top of my head about this video, but make sure y'all guys watch that video. I'm also, like I said, I'm going to add clips, like certain clips from that video to this video, so it can make sense for the people who are new. So let me just go ahead and start talking about it. So in about a few days, I will be going to be with my husband. I know I never met. It's crazy. Like, for the outside world, it sounds crazy, but for me, for my world, it's not crazy, because it's something that God has prepared me for. So it's nothing crazy for me, because I've already seen this coming. So yes, I am married to a man who lives in West Africa, Ghana. We met off of this website. It wasn't a dating website. We're gonna do a video about how we met. That's a whole nother video. But like I said in my last video, I've had dreams about this man 2 years before I met him and things like that. And like I said, it sounds crazy to the outside world, but I don't give a F about what nobody think. This is my life, this is my journey, and I follow what I follow. I always do what I feel like is best for me. I always do what I feel like is beneficial for me. And I also do that because I'm the type of person that always help other people. So for a while I wasn't happy, and it wasn't because I was not with a man. It was just I was depressed. I wasn't happy with life, and it didn't have anything to do with a man. My happiness does not come from being with a man. It comes from knowing who I am and knowing what I want in life. A lot of people, even me, I don't know my end goal in life. You can never tell. It's all up to God. But to even want to have an idea at least is important. And I feel like it took me a while to really figure out. A lot of people mentally feel trapped with certain things, and this was a big thing. This is a big thing that I'm about to get ready to do, but this is something that God has prepared for me. So it's nothing too extreme. On the outside world, it looks very extreme. It seems crazy. It seems like this girl is being used. This girl is stupid. This girl never met this man. Let me tell you something. I already knew this man before he came into my life. And I will add that video into this video where I talked about my husband in my dreams in 2020. I met my husband in 2022. So yes, I do have visions. I do see main events. And hi you guys, it's me Sienna Maria. I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be different because it's going to be like my first voiceover video without a video, just a picture. I'm going to add some pictures to this video. Before I get started with this video, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn your post notification bell on. Also, I've been trying to post every day, 5 o'clock Eastern time. Yesterday I was supposed to post, but ended up not happening. But my goal is to post every single day at 5 o'clock. So make sure y'all subscribe and turn on your post notification bell, because I will get this content out as soon as possible. So I wanted to take you guys on this journey with me. The video before last, I talked about me being married to a man who I've never met before, and this is a video where I'm going to go much more into depth about The whole thing. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you watch it. I will put some main points, some main bullet points into this video, although I don't have a script or bullet points I'm going to be, going off of. I'm just going to go off the top of my head, about this video. But make sure y'all guys watch that video. I'm also, like I said, I'm going to add clips, like certain clips from that video to this video, so it can make sense for the people who are new. So let me just go ahead and start talking about it. So in about a few days, I will be going to be with my husband. I know I never met. It's crazy. Like, for the outside world, it sounds crazy, but for me, for my world, it's not crazy, because it's something that God has prepared me for. So it's nothing crazy for me, because I've already seen this coming. So yes, I am married to a man who lives in West Africa, Ghana. We met off of this website. It wasn't a dating website. We're gonna do a video about how we met. That's a whole nother video. But like I said in my last video, I've had dreams about this man 2 years before I met him and things like that. And like I said, it sounds crazy to the outside world, but I don't give a F about what nobody think. This is my life, this is my journey, and I follow what I follow. I always do what I feel like is best for me. I always do what I feel like is beneficial for me. And I also do that because I'm the type of person that always help other people. So for a while I wasn't happy, and it wasn't because I was not with a man. It was just I was depressed. I wasn't happy with life, and it didn't have anything to do with a man. My happiness does not come from being with a man. It comes from knowing who I am and knowing what I want in life. A lot of people, even me, I don't know my end goal in life. You can never tell. It's all up to God. But to even want to have an idea at least is important. And I feel like it took me a while to really figure out. A lot of people mentally feel trapped with certain things, and this was a big thing. This is a big thing that I'm about to get ready to do, but this is something that God has prepared for me. So it's nothing too extreme. On the outside world, it looks very extreme. It seems crazy. It seems like this girl is being used. This girl is stupid. This girl never met this man. Let me tell you something. I already knew this man before he came into my life. And I will add that video into this video where I talked about my husband in my dreams in 2020. I met my husband in 2022. So yes, I do have visions. I do see main events in. Okay, so this is my second dream. My second dream, I was at Vinny's auntie house with another guy. This was not Vinny. We walked in through the side door, and we was in the kitchen, and there were family members, like 2 other family members in the kitchen with me and this boy. This boy, he was brown skin. He had on a white shirt. I remember what type of shirt he had on, but he was brown skin. He was real handsome. He was really cute. And we were both sitting on stools, and he was preparing my food for me. And he made it for me, but he just put it in the microwave. He was cooking it for me, but he put it in the microwave. And yeah, I was looking at it like I wanted to add seasoning, but I didn't want to, because I didn't want to eat too much sodium. So we were sitting next to each other, and we were talking, and I told him I was pregnant. Or I think he already know. No, I told him I was pregnant. So I told him I was pregnant, and he was excited. He was just so happy. But we was trying to keep it a secret. We didn't know. We didn't want everybody to know we were talking about. In this dream, I felt like he was my best friend. I felt like I was being taken care of by him in a good way. Not in a way that I needed to rely on him, but it just felt like I felt love in that dream. He was just talking to me. We was trying to keep it a secret. And then I was like, should we tell Auntie? Should we tell them? And he was like, no, let's not tell them yet. I said, oh, should we record it? And then at the same time, he was like, oh, like as a YouTube video. And all I remember in my head, I was like, I don't have my camera on me. My camera is still at home. But I didn't say I didn't have my camera, but I thought it in my head. It was so significant, the fact that I even thought and knew in that dream I didn't have my camera on me, that I had my phone. And he was looking at me in my eyes, and he was talking to me.
And in the way that he said it, like, oh, let's record it, that was going to be our first YouTube video. So I knew that was going to be our first YouTube video. And so like that was a sign, or a recognition that we were going to start a YouTube channel together and record everybody's reaction. So we decided not even to tell anybody. So we got up from the table, and as we're getting up from the table, I had finished my food, so we're getting up from the past old memories, and I said to him, I said, don't mind this. This is old. This is old. And I told him in that dream, I said, don't mind these photos. These are old. And he saw that I still have photos of Vinny, but he didn't say anything. It was just like he understood, and he was just like, he knew. He just, for some reason, he just knew. And I finally got to the old picture, and I showed him. I was like, yeah, I don't think we talked too much about the picture, but I think that signifies something as well. I also forgot to say this one thing too. So on the way of us going in the back to the back room, he was fixing my hair. The boy that I was with was fixing my hair, and he was just taking care of me, and I thought it was like not normal of like how he was taking care of me out of love. And that meant something to me in that dream. I felt like that was just so different. Like, he's really fixing my hair. He wants me to look good. He wants me, to be good. He wants me to be happy. And in that dream, I just really loved him. Like, I really loved and admired him. And I thought in the dream, I thought about texting my mom and telling her I was pregnant. I was like, I want to tell people I'm pregnant. Like, I want to tell people I'm pregnant. But I wasn't sure if I was or not, because I told him that I was. But then again, in my head, I was like, am I really though? Like, it was like a doubt. Like, I wasn't sure. I didn't really know. Like, I was like doubting it. But I do believe I was.
My life before they happened, God just blessed me with that gift. Sometimes it can be confusing, but overall, I'm very grateful for what God has given me. So let's just talk about my husband. I was prepared for him. Like I said, when I was around 20 years old, I was around 20. I started having visions about him, and I became obsessed with this whole idea. And it took me a while to become mature, to stop being obsessed. It took me to learn that God wanted me to change. He wanted me to be happy with myself. It had nothing to do with a man. God, he allowed me to get closer with him for myself. And that's something I did for me. And I was focused on myself for a long time. I found out that I had different type of talents. I can draw. I'm good at graphic design. I've always been good at it, but I took it to the next level of, making it become my own business. I graduated college in 2022. I recently graduated college for online marketing, and I'm very proud of myself, because that's something that I put on my vision board in 2020 is to graduate, and something that I also put on my vision board is to become closer with God. And yeah, so like I said, I'm supposed to be getting on the topic of my husband. So me and my husband have been together for 9 months, and we've only had a relationship over the phone. We've only had a relationship over FaceTime, but we talk every single day. Now, I know people are thinking like, well, he's using her for a green card, he's using her for money, he's using her, he probably got multiple wives. Trust me, I know all of the things that people are thinking and saying. And it's just like, how is this man using me for what I have, when this man has gotten a whole place for us, a place for us to live and be comfortable, and he doesn't even want to come to the U.S. So people will say things that they don't even know any type of information about. He has gotten my flight for me. So these ignorant people always think that somebody wants to use you and it's too good to be true. And people can think that. I'm not trying to prove nobody wrong, and I'm not trying to prove nobody right. And if you want to see what's going to happen, you can subscribe. But guess what? At the end of the day, this is my life. And also, this is something that God has shown me. And even though to be 100% sure, because I'm not naive. I've been through so much to just be naive and just be like, oh, I just 100% wholehearted believe him. Oh no, baby, it wasn't that in the beginning. I tested him in multiple ways, and we've been through a lot. This whole relationship has been nothing but faith. And how am I 100% sure about anything? The only way I'm 100% sure through anything is through God's word. And if somebody's telling me something and they lying, trust and believe me, it's always gonna come to light. So it's a thing where it's just like, I took faith, you know what I'm saying? I walked by faith, and I just took that chance to be with him, because in the beginning I wasn't open to it. And I'm like, wow, you're all the way in Africa. Like, what am I gonna do with that? You know what I mean? And it's been very hard having a long distance relationship. And I've been, before I got with him, I came closer with myself. I knew who I was before I got with this man. I wasn't desperate to find him. Like I said, I became mature around that time, and God just placed him in my life at a certain time, when I was ready, when I was mature, when I stopped seeing these guys, when I became celibate, when I had a clear eye view on what I wanted to do. When God revealed my talents to me is when he came into my life, and things has changed since then. Of course, I've tried to get him to come to America, but I can't get him to come to America without me going over there. And overall, we had even come up with the conclusion that we want to raise our kids in Ghana. First of all, Ghana is a beautiful place. Do y'all research about Ghana. What y'all see online about Africa is not true. It's not even close to being true what y'all see. Africa is a very beautiful place, and it's very peaceful. It's a lot of culture here. It's very safe. I mean, I'm not saying it's the safest place in the world. Nowhere is the safest place in the world, because there's always something crazy going on. But what we have to deal with in the U.S. as far as like the violence and things like that, it doesn't happen over here like that, because of the laws that are placed over in Africa. I'm sorry, I keep saying over here, over in Africa. So the people who saying, oh, he using me for a green card, first of all, we're not living in the U.S. once we get together. Like, that's not going to be our primary state of living. So how is he using me for a green card so we're somewhere he does not want to stay? First of all, he's African. He's blackest can get. And that's not in a bad way. Like, people will probably get offended that I said that. But how is black bad? How is being black a bad thing? No, he's the blackest can get. And I'm not saying his skin color, but he's like pure. You know what I mean? And for a black man in America, it's just like, that's already something we have to deal with, let alone an African man coming to America. So he has his feelings about that, and his family was worried about him coming to my country, which, America is a great place. I'm not trying to downplay it, but it's just the thing where he loves his country. He loves being here. He wants me to go over there. So we came to the conclusion that I was gonna go over there, and we were gonna be over there for how long? That's between us. We don't tell all of our plans all at once. We just go with the flow, and we let things play out as they go. But in about a week, I will be leaving to go to Ghana to meet my husband for the first time. And this whole process has been crazy, because in the beginning, I was talking to the immigration officers, lawyers and stuff, not lawyers, but people who are able to get immigrants over, and they told me the only way that he'd come over to my country is if I could go over there. And I wasn't really for that. Y'all know why? Because I don't even go to Walmart by myself. I don't even go to the beauty supply store by myself. And it's not that I can't do things by myself. I just don't like going places by myself. It's just not a thing that I like to do, especially being a young woman in America. Like, I don't like going places by myself. That's not my thing. It has never been my thing. Also, in the beginning, I didn't want to get the act scene. I'm gonna say the act scene. I'm not gonna say the whole word, because they like to flag people for saying certain things. I didn't believe in getting that at first, and I'm not gonna say the only way to travel is if you get that, but it'd be a lot easier. Because in the beginning, I'm like, okay, that's the only way I'll be able to get over there. So I got to get this shot in order to get over there. But I didn't believe it, getting that shot. So I took a risk at getting that. And I did it. I got that. And, yeah, and I did it because I'm like, okay, I got to go over there. So this is the thing, because I wasn't comfortable about, going by myself. I had a friend who I wanted to go with me, and this is a guy friend that I knew from high school. He got familiar with my husband. They talked on, Instagram, and, my husband being the man that he is, he wanted to know what type of guy I was coming with, his intentions and everything like that, and he's going to be able to come with me. So my husband was willing to pay for his ticket. Like, he was willing to pay for my husband to paying for my ticket. So for this guy, it was going to be a free trip. Now, we were supposed to come in February, because me and my husband was supposed to have our official wedding in Ghana in February. We had everything set up. Everything was planned. He got everything that he was supposed to get. He set up everything that was supposed to be set up for this wedding. And I was supposed to come on February 20th, 2022. And this trip was planned back in October. So February came around. Excuse me, y'all. I'm probably not going to even edit this video. February came around, and I'm talking to my friend like, hey, bro, you ready to go on this trip? Like, he got a whole free trip handed to him. Like, you ready to go on this trip? He like, heck yeah. He getting his stuff ready on the trip. So, my husband, he got we both booked the tickets. We booked the tickets. And everything was booked. And, of course, I had my passport at the time in order to travel over there. I had my passport. So, and Carlos supposedly had his passport. My friend had his passport. I don't care. Oh well, I'm not editing this video. I'm tired of freaking editing. Editing takes so long. That's why it be taking so long for me to post stuff, because I'm editing all the time. Oh well, I said what I said. So yeah, like, we had I booked the dang on tickets, and then I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna say oh boy. I'm like, oh boy, you got your passport and everything is updated and whatever. And I was on phone with him on FaceTime, and he like, oh my god, I don't think I got my passport updated. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, you got to be kidding me. Go home, please, and make sure you got your passport updated. So we got off the phone. I called my husband. I'm like, babe, I'm so worried, because I don't know if old boy got his passport and everything ready to come. And he like, let's just pray about it. Hopefully he's gonna come. Like, hopefully everything goes through. And the day that I was supposed to come was February 2nd, 2022. And 22222 is my favorite numbers. Like, if you know me, those are my favorite numbers, because 222 means everything's going to be okay. So I'm like, we booked a day that is my favorite digits, because I'm a very spiritual person. I listen to angel numbers, things like that. So I'm like, everything's going to work out. And I get a text message from oh boy, and he's like, he said, oh shoot, oh shoot, or something. And I'm like, what? He like, I'm sorry, but I don't even think he said sorry. He was like, my passport, it is expired. So I'm like, can you get it updated? Like, and he was like, yeah, within like 2 weeks. But we had 2 weeks into the trip. So I'm like, but it wasn't for sure it was going to be back in 2 weeks, because my passport took 3 weeks to get back. So it wasn't a for sure thing he was going to get it back in time. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm depending on this person to come with me. You got a whole free trip and you didn't even check your passport, bro. So we had to cancel the trip. So the trip got canceled. And we tried to get the refund back from Ethiopian Airlines, and they were playing with me with giving the money back to us, bro. Like, they were on some BS, saying that that I tried to cancel too late, and then they started taking like the fees up, so they wanted to give me less money. So I was fighting with these people for 2 weeks to get our money back, and when I finally got it back, they gave us $100 less than what they owed us. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna just take this, and I'm gonna just be like, whatever. So I'm still in the headspace. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna try to find somebody else to come with me on this trip, because it was supposed to be a trip at first. Because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay in Ghana for a week, just so we could, like, because going back, I was gonna only stay there for a week just so we could get pictures, and I leave to come back to the States. Because in order for us to get him over to the United States of America, we had to take pictures to prove that our love is real. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole immigration process. It's not easy. So, like, bro, I'm like, okay, I need somebody to go on this trip with me, because it's only a trip for 5 days. So I'm looking around, can't find nobody. Then I eventually found somebody. And then this person said they would probably be willing to go. So my husband was talking to this person, and it was just like they wasn't 100% sure on coming with me. So I'm starting to get frustrated, like, bro, I cannot find nobody to come with me. Then I found out that I need a visa to go to Ghana. So I'm like, bro, I need a visa to go because I have my passport. So I'm thinking my passport is all I needed. So by the grace of God, I was watching this girl on YouTube, because she traveled to Ghana by herself. And I'm like, wow, I got so many questions about how you travel by yourself. How did the process go? Because I had so much anxiety about traveling by myself. And I reached out to this girl, and she told me everything I needed. She said, you need your passport, you need a visa, and you need a yellow fever shot. And I said, I need a visa? I said, I got a passport. Is that good enough? She said, no, girl, you need a visa, because if you get all the way to where you're going, they're going to turn you around because you don't have a visa to get there. So I'm like, wow. Like, because when we booked the tickets the first time, it didn't say I needed a visa. So that was something I found out after me and old boy I had to cancel the trip with old boy because he didn't have a passport. God worked in so many ways, because we were going to be able to go anyway because we didn't have a visa, or we didn't have this yellow fever shot. So that was a whole process. And I even skipped a whole thing that happened. But that was a whole process, because before the trip with the other person I tried to come with me to come find, we tried to get Steve, my husband, we tried to get him to come to America without me even going over there. So we got married, and the way we got married, we figured it out. We did it without me even being there, because we missed the dates that I was supposed to get married. We were supposed to get married, so we missed the date. So that whole process of we was trying to get him to come to America, and it took months. I'm talking about, it took about 3 months, man, all just for us to find out we was not going to be able to do it that way. That's why I'm going back to the whole situation of me with the yellow fever shot and the visa. So when that came around, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just go to Ghana by myself. I said, you know what, I gotta muster up the courage to do it, because my husband was like, man, I just wish you could just come by yourself, so you could just come and stop depending on people. Like, I really wish you could just stop like, he wasn't trying to shame me or nothing, but he was like praying that I get the courage to, like, he was coaching me, like, you just gotta have the courage to come. God's gonna be with you, and this and that. Because at first I was just scared to get on the plane by myself. So that was already anxiety. Then I lost that anxiety. Then it was just an anxiety about me, like, flying and getting my luggage in time and all this and all that. So I'm like, I gotta do it, because if I don't do it, I'll never do it, because I can't depend on nobody for the next chapter of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you try to depend on somebody for the next door that God is going to open, you can't depend on that person to open that door for you. You have to open that door. So it was just a thing where it's like, I gotta open this door. Like, I can't be scared for somebody. I can't be ask somebody to open the door for me, and I got 2 hands, and this door is mine. This is my success. Behind this door, this is nobody else's success. So this is not their door to open. This is my door to open. So I got the courage, and he booked my flight, Delta. Got a nice little Delta flight. and I got a connecting flight from Detroit to New York, to Ghana. And the connecting flight basically means that it's through Delta. So that means both flights are through Delta. So that means, so for example, say when I get off of, so when you first get to Detroit Airlines, Detroit airport, I said Detroit Airlines. Get to Detroit airport, I gotta check my bags in, right? And I gotta go through security, carried my 2 heavy suitcases that I'm gonna show in my upcoming videos and me packing how huge these suitcases are. So gotta go with those bags and other 2 bags, which is very heavy. And then when I get to New York, I gotta get those bags again and carry them with me, so I don't have to do that. The 2 huge suitcases are gonna go under the plane, and my 2 personal bags are gonna go with me. So basically, I don't gotta go through security again. I can just go straight to my gate and wait and just relax. And that gave me peace and calmness about going and taking the risk of going, because I'm like, this is not going to be as bad. So I mustered up the courage, y'all. And, what's so crazy, this week I have not been feeling good. Like I feel like it's because I've been under so much stress, because I've been packing so many things. And the house that I'm in right now is just like bad. It's like negative energy for no reason, because I'm choosing to do what God has sent me to do. So, when God sends you to do something and you go towards that thing, these evil spirits are going to come out and they're going to try to drain you from your purpose. They're going to try to drain you from your energy. These evil entities are going to try to drag you down, because wherever there's light, there's going to be darkness. Wherever God is, the devil is too. So that, on top of negative energy and me packing my things to go to Ghana, I have not been feeling good. I've been feeling like dizzy a little bit, like maybe because I haven't been eating enough. But I'm pushing through. I even gotten to the point where I told my husband, babe, I think I'm gonna have to cancel and I'm gonna have to come another time because I'm not feeling well. And he was like, no, you gotta come, like, you gotta pray, let's pray about it, and at first I got upset with him, because I'm like, why are you trying to make me come and I don't feel good? But it was just the fact that my husband was telling me, like, baby, I'm not trying to, if you really feel like you can't make it, I'm telling you, please just relax. But he was telling me, like, this is God's calling. He could feel it, and we just need to do this, because if we don't do it now, it's never going to happen. And it wasn't him pressuring me. It was him motivating me. And think whatever you want to think. Say whatever you want to say negative. I don't care. My husband did what he was supposed to do. And he prayed for me. He's praying for me. So I'm taking rest. I'm packing this a little bit and I'm taking a rest. Packing this a little bit, taking a rest. And making sure I'm weighing out my suitcase and everything. Make sure it's not going overweight and everything like that. But yeah, y'all, I literally only have 5 days until I will be in Ghana with my husband, and I will be meeting him for the very first time. Bro, I swear, my life be like a TV show, bro. I swear. Like, my story times, y'all think my story times is entertaining? This is entertaining, but this is my life. My life is not a TV show. I take my life very serious. I take my marriage very serious. But I want to bring y'all on this journey with me. The journey of following what you want to do and doing what's best for you. Because for the longest, I've been doing what's best for everybody else but myself. And that made me so unhappy. It made me depressed. I was like, y'all don't know this about me, but I don't do nothing but sit in a room all day, clean the house, go back in my room, because I don't have friends for real. And even if I did have friends for real, it kind of be the same thing. Like, having friends didn't make me happy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying a man is making me happy, but like being in one space, in one place, and feeling limited to do certain things, like feeling limited with life, it just made me depressed. And being in a house with negative energy, it ain't for me. So I gotta do what's best for me. And because I let that be known, people have been trying to convince me not to do what's best for me, trying to convince me, trying to put things in my head about my husband because he is African. You know, a lot of people have this negative connotation about African men, and to each his own. Have your own opinion. It's not even the fact that my husband is African. It's just the person he is. That's the person God made for me. I don't care what race he is or where he's from, but I am glad that my husband is African. I am glad that I am with the black man. I'm gonna be real. I'm proud. And nobody can shame me for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what's best for me. And people don't like that. Some people get mad because they can't do what you are doing. But the thing about it is, they can do what you're doing, but at the same time, that's probably not their path. Like, why are you mad at my path? You know what I'm saying? People rather see me sitting in this room all day depressed, not doing nothing with my life. You know, I graduated college, graduated high school. I'm doing my graphic design. Sitting in this room all day, not doing nothing, being depressed is not for me. Even if I had friends I had a regular job going out, if I had my own apartment, it's still not for me. For the longest, I always felt scared to leave the house, like, because there's always some bad stuff going on. Like, I barely like going out because it always end up with drama or violence at the end, and I'm just like, dang, am I gonna make it home tonight? That's why I just stay out the way. I don't even like having friends because people's energy be way off. If you feel like that with family, just imagine how friends will do you. You feel me? So I'm just keeping it all the way real. I'm doing what's best for me. Some people feel like their life has passed them by, and they watching the younger ones, the younger generation, the millennial, live their life to the fullest. And some people will be very hateful about that and continue to be hateful about it. Baby girl or baby boy, you better pray to God about your own whatever demons that you fighting. You better fight them demons. Don't try to bring them demons on me to fight, because I can't fight your demons, honey boo boo child, and I will never do it. So a lot of people don't like that about me. Like, I do what's best for me. OnlyFans, doing what's best for me. Going to school, doing what's best for me. Going to Africa, doing what's best for me. I'm going to always do what's best for me, because for the longest I've been doing what's best for other people, and I have not gotten nothing in return out of doing what's best for people but a setback. So I'm putting me first, and I'm doing what's best for me. And I'm not only going to Africa to be with a man. I'm going to Africa because I'm doing what's best for me. I feel like I'm going to be happy when I leave. I'm stepping out of the box for me. I'm doing something for me. I'm breaking that chain of feeling like I'm enslaved. I'm doing what's best for me. And when you about to do what's best for you, the devil is going to work. But the devil not that smart, because God revealed things to me when I decided to make this decision. And he told me to move carefully, and I did. So, yeah, I'm on my way to Africa soon, and I'm doing what's best for me. And people are going to judge. It's whatever. My husband, I love him. He makes me feel like just like how he made me feel in a dream. A matter of fact, watch the video that I'll link in the poll right here, y'all. I'm gonna go into detail about the vision that I had about him. I'm gonna have proof that I had those visions, you know, and I'm not just saying it's just saying it. And if you think I am, oh well, it is what it is. I don't live my life to please or prove anything to nobody. But yeah, my husband, he's wonderful. I can't really say, like, I can say a lot, you know what I'm saying? I can't say enough. He's amazing. He's a perfect person for me. He prays for me. He teaches me about the Bible. He teaches me about certain people in the Bible who went through the same things that I'm going through. Because one thing about it, I prayed for a man of God. I didn't pray for all these other materialistic things. I made a specific prayer to God, and he was proud of me for making that prayer at the age that I made it at 20 years old. I prayed for a man of God, and that's what he gave me. And God hooked your girl up, because my man, he's fine. Like, he's gorgeous. My husband is the most handsome man I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not just saying that because he's my husband. But if you know my type, you know my type. My husband is the most gorgeous, handsome man I've ever seen in my life. On top of that, he's the most sweetest person I've seen in my life. And y'all say, you never know somebody until you live with them. Well, let's get to know him. Let me get to know him. I'm on my way to live with him. Because guess what? You never know until you try. And I have faith. That's what I'm saying. I'm walking by faith. I'm not living on by this outside world of, oh, girl, this man could be crazy, this and this and that. And that's very true. You have to, don't do what I'm doing unless God tells you to do it. Because I'm not listening to a person, I'm listening to God. Somebody who has been blessing me for so many years, who, who has shown me things, and then they end up happening. So these are one of those things. And like I said, I got married to a dark-skinned man who was wearing all white, and he was cooking for me, he was taking care of me, and he was doing all these things for me and making me feel wonderful. And I'm gonna put that clip into this video at some point, but God finally gave me what he showed me 2 years ago, and you think I'm not going to take it? You must be a fool. You think I'm not going to take the gift God has been preparing for me? You think I'm not going to take it? That's your thought process, and that's your problem. It ain't my problem, because I'm going to take what God has given me. I'm not going to miss on the opportunity that God has given to me because of the outside world. Because I'm to the point in my life at 22 years old where I'm deciding off decisions God has put in place for me. I'm not making decisions off what people has put in place for me. People don't rule this world. God does. Because when he come back to this world and he wipe everything out, everything is wiped out. So let's really think about that. Let's really break it down if you really want to get real. So I stopped listening to people, because people I don't worship. I don't worship any person on this planet. I worship my husband. I'm not gonna lie. I do worship my husband, and that's pretty much it. And when my kids get here, I'm gonna worship my children. Everybody else, y'all got your own life. Don't worry too much. Too much. Don't be too much in my mix. You know what I'm saying? Get your own little mix. Get your own little ingredients. Be up in the mix that I put out. Be up in the ingredients that I put out there for y'all to have. But for when people overstep their boundaries, they either got to get cut into or cut off, or both. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking in a way of motivational. Do what's best for you. For the longest, I've been doing what's best for everybody else. If you personally know me, and only a few people personally know my life and everything I've been through, but if you even know me as a person, you know I'm a kind-hearted person, and I help everybody. And a lot of people that I helped couldn't return that help, couldn't return any of those favors. So like I said, I'm doing what's best for me, and I'm excited to be on my way to Ghana. Ghana is a beautiful place, and I'm ready to start my family. And never in a million years would I have thought I would be going to Africa, living in Africa, having a husband who's African. I've always loved dark skin men. I've always loved dark skin. Like, dark skin is beautiful, but it goes deeper than that. I never thought it would be like, how it is. But make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on the post notification bell, because I will be recording this whole process. And me and my husband, like, we're not going to be the type of people who put all of our business out there, but I'm doing this because God want me to show people, it don't even matter what age you are, follow what he says to follow. This is a journey. Who wouldn't want this? See, I'm tired of doing story times. I want to take y'all along with me while it's happening. I'm not going to tell the story when it's ended, because this is a story that's never going to end. This is the grand finale that is always going to be forever. So I'm taking y'all on this journey with me. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I will be in Ghana in about a week, less than a week, and I will be filming me meeting him for the first time, me packing. This whole week I have filmed, and I'm getting prepared to film this whole journey. So pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. This is something out of the ordinary for me that I'm doing, but this is God's will. This is what He told me to do, and I'm a testimony of it. And just make sure y'all stay tuned to watch how it turns out. And I rebuke any negative energy in the name of Jesus. I rebuke any negative wishes against me, any negative praying on my downfall. You will never be above. You will always be below. Because if you try to stop God's blessing that He's given to somebody else, you're going to be punished. So just watch out. Period. And yeah, y'all, that's just all I have to say. People are going to talk negative about you when you choose you, when you do things out of the ordinary. They're going to talk bad about you when you do things that make them feel uncomfortable and insecure. They're going to talk bad about you. They're going to try to convince you to do otherwise. But don't fall for the trap. Don't get into that darkness, because when you get into that darkness, it's hard to get out of it. Just stay blessed up, stay prayed up, stay safe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. And follow me along with this journey. I keep saying that, but I promise you won't regret it. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.